hashed out many times over. And we'll see what the flavor these teams bring to it.
Yeah, being both Russian, they obviously play quite a bit against each other in the CIS Rising, the Russian event, where the last time they played, that team in fact took the series 2-0. So one of those was Inferno, and that team won it 16-10. So we'll see if they can repeat it here, or if OneShot can step up and...
Well, obviously today it's either going to be a draw or it's 16-14. Obviously, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's something about today. I don't know. I think we're on track for another draw because we just had a 16.
We had a 16-14.
14.
Yeah, so it's about time for a draw.
Yeah, we're going for the draw right now.
Yeah.
Between dAt team and OneShot. So it's going to kick off, guys. Ladies and gents, we have dAt team on the CT side and OneShot on the terrorist side. So let's just delve into this Inferno match.
Yeah, we're seeing a CZ first round bye there, which is pretty interesting. And is that Prizak there with just a smoke on his back there. So it's an interesting setup. But OneShot, they just want to rush straight down mid here. It's not often you see this on a pistol round. It's usually a banana or maybe a rush through apps, but they've taken full control of this and they're wrapping round towards this site. As OneShot get 2 quick frags, third in there as well, and they're going to get the plant down here, but Flamey, he can't even do anything.
Here we go, Prizak coming in from the back there, from the B-bomb site against 4 players. So, you know, no pressure, Prizak, but clutch or kick.
The 1v4 is real.
And so they can see what he's able to accomplish here. I mean, no kit. I mean, unless he's able to find one on the site somewhere, it's pretty impossible. So pretty well executed take here from OneShot. And I did love the switch there from the author director. So I wish there was, like, just to add to the effect, I would love some, like, crickets, some sounds of the crickets chirping away and, like, some tumbleweeds, you know, going across.
And if there's going to be tumbleweed on any map, it's going to be Inferno.
Oh, yeah. So,
yeah. Sometimes it's the most surprising things which can catch you off guard, and a straight up mid rush is certainly something that you don't usually expect. And OneShot, they got the site, they got the bomb, they got the round, and now they've been able to buy 2 AKs, 2 Glils, and Davcost there just maybe saving with that P250 just so he can get an AWP in an earlier round than usual.
And I like that from dAt, you know, picking away, just getting a couple free shots in, trying to be very safe, try to soften them up just enough so that his teammates can get a frag in if they do actually end up pushing. But so far, it looks like he's going to go for it again, and this time he gets punished. It looks like dAt got a little bit greedy, and now Blade is here with no one to crossfire with, no help at all, so this is going to be very tough. Going to have to back away from that position, and looks like OneShot slowly forcing that back on A, and now they're going to go for that B execute. Very lovely stuff there from OneShot.
Just quickly there, after Certus picked up his kill, he was down to 17 HP. He then dropped his AK to Davcost. And it's little things like that which can really just make you think about how much time and effort these guys play the game and put into strategic thinking. Giving the AK to someone who's on just a little bit more of health can be such a big impact. And now it's all down to Bondik. And it's 2 versus 1. He has a CZ in hand, so it's not the worst situation, especially on a site like this B site. Tags Sind down to 16. He's going to need to push in, tries to go for a pick. Going to have a chance to reload here. Gets a Galil.
No kid is the problem here, but he's actually going to decide, to, after picking up the Galil, to actually get the hell out of there whilst that bomb is ticking away. And I doubt... Actually, they had just enough time to actually survive that, I think. So it should be alright, even if Cinder's really low. Either way, he actually lost 3 health there, I think, just barely escaping the blast radius. But OneShot up to the 0 of dAt. And now we will see the eco coming in from them. Still the Galil on Bondik. And OneShot, I imagine, could be going for something very similar, very passive once again.
Davcost again, though, sticking with this P250. Obviously didn't get enough to warrant him buying a gun this round, so he's going to have to wait one more. Kind of made me think that if he'd have even gone for a Galil or an AK in the last round, then he may have been able to do some work with it, save it, maybe got the AWP at the same time, but hindsight's 20/20 and all that, so he's going to have to eco this one. He may get the gun off Sind if he can find it, but that team taking the advantage already.
Deep in the T side of apartments there. Very nice aggression there from Bondik actually, and just running straight back after picking up that kill. And that's going to have a bit of an impact on OneShot's aggression. It's going to be just 1 player short now, so it's going to give that just a slightly bigger opportunity to actually make a defense actually feasible. There's now OneShot trying to just slowly work their way up here. We've seen some peaks coming in. In fact, some team damage coming in as well. That was, I think, a headshot onto a teammate. So OneShot, look at their health. They are all getting pretty weak at this point. This is a very good situation for that team. They haven't lost a single player. Bondik is still alive with that Galil. And we can see, here we go, the action coming in onto the site. And what are it? Prizrak and Flamey still alive. And a very weak LMA. And that cost here to try and salvage this.
Prizrak and Flamey left. Flamey, one of the best known Russian players there is. He's a really good player, but 2 versus 3 with only CZ and P250s in their hands. It's maybe a little bit out of their control, and now it's just Flamey. If you wanted anyone on that team to clutch this, it would be Flamey. He picks up one with the headshot, but an AK at range is no match for a CZ, as OneShot do get the 3rd round there. But that team, they did quite a bit of economical damage.
They certainly did. They had a pretty decent round overall, and it looked very, very hairy for OneShot. And of course, things kind of evened out, went the way that they should have gone in the end, but it was pretty difficult to get to that point. And now we see the buy coming in from that team. We can see their setup and what are they actually making it a very kind of aggressive peak potential here. You can also see the angle onto second mid just about. So Davkos with that AWP is not going to allow a peak down to mid. And now Dat know that there is an AWP on the side of the T's, which is interesting because they're going to have to flash and smoke that AWP into position. It's going to be hard to get it around some of these precarious positions, these corners of Inferno.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they're veering towards this A side right now. There's 4 members here with just Dima being kind of a little distraction there, keeping CTs over towards that B side. But by now you'd have thought that that team know that it's going to be an A with all this gunfire they've heard here. Just the constant pre-fire of AK-47s going towards this A site as the smoke now does go over, but the counter smoke comes out as well, so that's going to halt OneShot for just a little bit longer.
Certainly is, and now we're going to go back to a B push. You know, they've done this around before, trying to push the CTs back on mid to make them unawares of this, delay that rotation, but here they come in onto the B execution, and it looks like a lot of trouble here for either side to make a frag. There's the entry from Certis onto Flamey. Davkos going to make one as well. Sin coming in from Boiler, flanking, just taking out those rotating players. And now It is going to go down as well. And I think
team kill.
We saw a team kill at the same time. So very well done there by Davkos. And it's a good thing they patched that instead of losing ridiculous amounts of money. I think it's only like a 300 or something like that now.
Not a lot.
And we've got Bondik just chilling by himself over in mid. So very, very well played by OneShot there. Really nice. They did this. I mean, they actually just did that same round that worked before, even on the anti-eco. Just did it again with the rifle.
Yep, worked as well. So really good start here from OneShot. To be fair, probably the underdog out of the 2 teams coming into this. But to go 4-0 up, most likely 5-0 now on T side Inferno, certainly a great start for them.
Well, we know it's going to end 15-15, so you know it's it's all futile, isn't it? The fate has been sealed. But no, of course not. We have right now a situation for that team where they do have that M4 left alive on Bondik, and there's a lot of decisions you can make behind this. Obviously, the risky play is going to be expected from OneShot, so it's probably more stable for them to just do a more standard setup and not go for a surprise with that M4, and instead just to chill back and have some good team play setups. This is what they're playing a standard round right now, and OneShot taking over apartments slowly but surely, and Bondik on a really nice angle there out of the balcony. So let's see what they can accomplish here in this round, whether or not this apartments take is going to really be the round for them or not.
Bondik needs to be careful though. He does have the M4, so he's got the most firepower on his team. He's in a bit of a precarious position. If he does spot someone or gets spotted like that, I was going to say he needs to fall back quickly, but Certus was just way too quick, and now Blade's gone down as well. So this A site has just opened up for OneShot as Flamey will get spotted out. He does have a 5-7 in his hand, but that won't be able to do too much. So 5 versus 2 now. Got a fancy OneShot to get their 5th round on the board.
Actually going to get 1 kill at the very least, but Prizrak is just going to wait for some exits in a sneaky spot, actually. It's kind of a sneaky position, isn't it? You can see him. I don't think you can actually, can't really easily see him. Obviously, we can see the outline, but that's kind of a nice position. You look right and not see him there, so kind of a cool little spot for anybody who wants to, new camping position on the exit frags here.
Yeah, but he won't find any. He's now, I think, going to try and salvage gun. Yep. Really smart play from him. He stayed hidden, then knew that everyone had run away when he picked up an AK for himself, which means that he's got a lot more money than the rest of his team. He's still sitting on 4K after buying armor, kit, and grenades. Now down to 3.3, but hey, he can replenish World Edit's AWP if World Edit does drop this round, so great play from him.
And we can see that World Edit is not going for a crazy fast play. I mean, he could quickly get himself down the stairs. And is he going to go for that? He actually, yeah, he's going to go for it. You know, this is very JWS. JW does things like this a lot. Let's see if World Edit's able to find anything. They're going to get flashed. Backs away. I don't think he's given away his position just yet with his AWP, but they're certainly going to be surprised by this.
Just waiting to see if he spots anyone. He sees the flash go in, so he knows there's someone there. He's going to peek. There's going to be two members. Oh, I thought he got both there, but he didn't. Refaces. I think we both thought he got both of them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, lined up so perfectly. How could he not? But he will pick up the double regardless. And Anime going to go in, and Blade's there for the cover of World Edit. And World Edit going to get the triple, and there's just one player left, and World Edit just single-handedly just winning this round, it feels like. But Demon's left to die.
Is this where we start calling World Edit the Russian JW?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it early days yet?
It's early days. We'll have to see how things pan out. Let's see some more moves like that. But you can't overuse moves like that. You can't use them in spots that's too risky, economically speaking, as well. But like you said, you know, they did have the ability that they could actually repurchase an AWP for him because of the AK save. Yeah. So it all made sense in the end. Kind
of balanced itself out. But even so, you can't take away from him that it was great individual skill. And there we go, Flamey opening things up this time round. After that got their first round on the board, they now need to hold it so that their economy doesn't get reset.
Just a slow take of apartments again. Pretty very anxious to see if World Edit is lurking around one of these corners with that pesky AWP of his. But that's not to be the case now, as they're setting up for a push on mid to, if not just take the site entirely, at least push that back into the furthest, deepest spots here on the A-bomb side itself and away from mid. And so far, dAt are holding strong with these grenades, and OneShot are offsetting their rush to wait for these grenades to dissipate. That's World Edit. On long, isolated behind the smoke. Has to reposition. And now OneShot are going to go for it. There is the entry attempt. They are going to take down Blade, and in they go onto that site. But there's World Edit once again, unable to get more than one. And it's going to be Sind on the bomb side itself. But there goes Bondik. Very sneaky position. They did not expect it. And there is a quick little double to close out the round from Bondik. And looks like that team pick up another one.
It's definitely what they needed as well. Make sure that their economy wasn't reset. To ruin OneShot's economy a little as well. So it gives them a big chance to try and get back into this game now. The 5-3 will most likely be gifted to them. And then it will be a lot closer. World Edit still with this AWP. See what he can do this time round. But it looks like Blade is going to wrap round towards quad side along with two other members. So it looks like a quad stack is going to come in. But World Edit starts to get rushed down. And then Blade peeks round, picks up a very quick triple kill. Sin tries coming out of Boiler. It'll be Bondik to get the final kill there. It was great play from World Edit and Blade there. As World Edit got chased down, Blade just came around the corner, picked up an easy triple using World Edit as bait. Great team play there.
And now that we've seen the potential, or rather the scope for aggressive warping from World Edit, this is going to be the moment. Oh, this is the deep banana smoke, I think. This is going to be the moment for them to actually start using their economic advantage to take more risks. And yeah, that indeed was the deep banana smoke. And it's pretty nice to see them with these pretty advanced nades. And there is the kind of, great shot over the smoke there. The counter boost, or rather the counter smoke boost on the little plant pot at the bottom of Banana. And we see that things return to a much slower pace here as the pressure really mounts on dAt. Having lost a player there on B, we can see one is rotated towards that position. World Edit with his AWP is going to help the defense there. But there's still players around Boiler. So nowhere is safe right now.
5 versus 4 though. It looks like the banana push is going to come in soon. They just need to wait for this smoke to disappear. So there will be an angry World Edit with his AWP, but elsewhere Blade trying to pick up some frags here. Both sides were flashed, and then Prizrak comes in. with his perfect vision. Picks up one, picks up a second there with the headshot, and now things have swung back, most certainly in the favor of that team.
What caught behind smoke here. He's got teammates swarming the bomb site though. There's big numbers advantage here. Double the players alive for that team. So this retake should be inevitable here. They should be able to get this. Bondic going to take down Certus. Davkos with one onto WorldEdit. And can he get any more here? Right at the back of the site, there's number 2. Can't get anything else. And there is going to be the defuse there from Bondic. And a few players dying there. And that's an AWP. But if they want to have more than one AWP, then they will have to rebuy it. But I imagine they'll just toss that over to WorldEdit now. Yep. And just settle with the regular rifle buy. And look at their money. It is... They can start a trust fund with that cash.
Yep, 13k on Bondic, 10k on Prizrak, 8k on WorldEdit, because of course he didn't need to buy the AWP this time round. Whereas OneShot, they're a little bit strapped for it. They've got very little. I think it's around 1k each right now, so it's not too much. In fact, they may even have closer to 0, as they have decided to go for all these AK buys. Looks like they want to go to apartments, but Blade, he's still holding this mid area with WorldEdit, using the same tactic as before. I'm not quite sure he spotted that member of OneShot down at the bottom of mid there, just holding banana.
Alright, so again, as often is on Inferno, we have very slow starts as the terrorist side does, trying to get themselves as much map control as they can. We can see the push into apartments now is fully underway. They have really gained themselves that ground, and Bondic in pretty much standing position on the balcony there, ready to defend should they rush out of apartments or quad. And we have also Blade close on quad here as well, going for the spam. And he's not going to really find anything with that. And WorldEdit in a lot of trouble right now, needs some teammates to flash so he can stay alive. Goes for the peek. Oh, he gets the
collateral! Wow.
Nice. WorldEdit coming out huge with the AWP right now, and this is going to single-handedly just destroy this rush. There is the 3rd frag from WorldEdit. Blade going in for the last man standing in Davkos, and that is going to be the round. Sick round there from that team.
Or just WorldEdit. Or he's had a great game so far, and it's going strong. It's not often you see an AWP top fragging, but it's happening this time round. 12-7. 2 MVP stars, 26 points. It's just great play from him, and we hope to see it continue throughout the game, because it's great to see when AWPers are on the top of their form, like Kenny S, like JW, and it's just great for everyone to see. This time though, he's not going to find anything in mid. Looks like it's going to be a B push coming out of OneShot. Blade trying to get something in mid, but Flamey gets a triple. Is he going to get a quadra? No, not just yet, as Certus will drop him. So now 2 versus 4. Emo will get dropped, and then Certus quickly following him from the same gun of Prizrak. That team, they're getting some rounds on the board, but still pretty close game, 6-5.
That team are never ecoing though, basically. They're never ever going to eco. So much money on them. And so OneShot, if they're going to take any other rounds in the remaining 3 rounds to play, then basically it's just going to have to be based off of their solid weapon play. They can't get any free ones. And again, they're going for their standard setups where they just take map control, which is, again, the best way to kind of start things off. We saw early success with their buy rounds from them taking mid and falling back for the B executions. And that's something that hasn't really been going so well. It hasn't been so easy to get to that point, and they've been biasing, snapping a call on A in the last few rounds. So stuff that looks very difficult, and WorldEdit is just not missing a beat.
And this time though, Dima trying to get some pick through the smoke, but it's going to be Flamey who will get the headshot. So that team coming out on top yet again here. Blade falling back, smoking mid off as well. And OneShot, they're slowly running out of time. There's 45 seconds left. B isn't an option. A's taking a little bit long for them to get in here. That flash from Ema's going to let him get in. Peeks towards quad, gets the headshot. And now this opens up the site a little bit for them.
Just 3 guys left here for OneShot. And there goes the smoke in towards the pit area. They do get the pick onto WorldEdit, which is a good start as they make their way onto the site. There is the second, and then the 3rd frag as well. Flamey going down, and now it's on Prizrak all the way from Speedway. Makes his way over, spots huge amounts of smoke, and it's going to try to find a way in. There's actually a small angle he can get through, but that was not necessarily intentional, but it was definitely to the advantage of Davkos there. He was trained in on that gap with the AWP. And now we will see 6-6 the scoreline, as that team are in a fantastic position.
Yep, they really are. They don't really need to worry about ecoing, as you said. They've still got bank. Flamey is a little bit low, but the rest of his team making up for that with 5 figures in their bank accounts. Wild Edit though, trying to get a pick on mid, but not seeing anything just yet. Blade might go a little aggressive in apartments here, or just fall back towards quad. That team, they haven't really gone aggressive. The only aggression we've seen towards this A side was when Wild Edit got that quick pick through apartments at the bottom of the stairs. But since then, it's been pretty quiet, just holding back, waiting for OneShot to push them.
Things very quiet again as that team waits for the attack to come to them. Blade ready with the Molotov for Boiler, but look at this Wild Edit on the angle once again. Just knows. He just knows. And OneShot have been perhaps a bit too predictable here for dAt as they make their way through Palmers once again. And that remained very, very placid on the B-bomb side as well, not peeking it or just re-smoking, playing it standard, and relying on the individual performance of their teammates on the A site to do the job if there should be an A rush.
Yep, the strike goes off quad side and Banana, but that was a great pick there by Certus, getting the headshot, but now he can't really see much, but it'll be Sin who will get 1 frag there. And now 3 versus 2, everything happens at once. 2 versus 2 now. Certus not looking too good for health though. He will get the bomb down. That would be Davkost, who will try and get a pick there, but Wild Edit Zorp seems a little bit quicker than Davkost there.
Oh, can he see him in time? He
there
does
we go.
hit the shot. Well, the Edit has been just a machine, just taking everybody down. Oh my god, he's definitely fragging well. He's
16-8.
Double the score of the closest guy on his team right now. Big performance from him.
See, when you look at that team, you don't expect to see Flamey second from bottom, which is where he is. 8-10 for him. It's just not going to plan for him, but luckily he's got his buddy in Wild Edit picking up the pieces for him, and just out there at the top, way ahead of everyone else, getting the picks and getting the rounds.
I'll have to see how this T side goes, as it's not so friendly for Orpers either way. Some presence on second mid and mid here for OneShot, and looks like the aggression and the confidence is really flowing from that team as they're able to aggressively find the picks and then fall back. They're not really overextending ever, and the overcommitments, it's just been something that we haven't really seen from them so far. And OneShot relying on these standard rounds. So far it hasn't been doing the job. They've managed to get 6 rounds on the board so far, but I don't know if that will be necessarily enough. We'll have to see. It's definitely a respectable scoreline as they set up for another push here out onto the mid area just behind the A site. But the bomb is going towards B now. And this is a round we saw before, but that aren't being shaken off of this mid area. This is another smoke, but that will for Blade to go back. But I feel like that have a good read on OneShot at this point.
Yeah, they really do. You see again there, Blade rotating all the way around from quad side towards Arch because he got smoked off and knew the push would come in. He gets the frag for it, picks up an AWP as well. And now the push towards B. Prizrak spots 1, spots 2, no kills yet. He gets 1 though. And the guy in Ruins, which was Flamey, picks up 1. Certus though, all by himself. 1 versus 2. He's 1 versus 1 on this site right now. He can get the bomb down, however. Flamey gonna need to push him here. Yep, there we go. Flamey picking up the frag. Certus was pretty low as it was. Flamey's gonna get the defuse in. And Bondik salvages the AWP from a fallen teammate there.
And there we go, 7-6 the scoreline, as dAt are just taking round after round. They haven't really looked back after OneShot scored the 6th round. It's been very, very smooth. It feels like all the rounds that we're seeing from them have been going very, very to plan. They're playing this passive style. It never really seems to be something that has really failed them.
Yep, they don't really need to go aggressive because OneShot are coming to them. We saw it there, Blade. He got smoked off, so he just went around the corner and OneShot made their way to him. He got rewarded for it. It's just safe play. There's not much else to it. And on a map like Inferno, aggressive play can sometimes be rewarded, but it's usually a lot easier just to hold that angles and wait for the pushes to come in. That was a little bit of aggression, which we don't usually see, and it caught Dima off guard there, but the Arch 2CT is trying to come in here 2 members left now for OneShot, but the B site is completely open now.
Yeah, absolutely no one on that site, and that aggression in apartments had its cost, and that was a lack of presence on mid, allowing OneShot to get up there. But now it's all about this retake on the site against 2. Certus and Davkos. Can they pull this off? It's going to be quite difficult. There goes the flash over new boxes, and Certus remains patient, but not patient enough. Bondic going to take him off from distance. Davkos now down to 17 points of health. Not going to be able to find it, and it's going to be the round for that team, making it 9-6 in this first half. And honestly, for both teams, this is definitely very doable here. Nothing against OneShot, but in the last, series of rounds that we saw, it really looked like another game from the beginning.
Yeah, considering they went 5-0 up and finished the half 9-6, that team just picked up momentum, and OneShot couldn't really do much to stop it. They got one round in there in the middle of that team's momentum, but again, that team, they looked really well. They haven't really done anything special, just held the angles, played defensive, and let dAt do his thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a good stuff so far from that team. I'm gonna really be looking forward to their T side. Of course, from OneShot, we saw not a lot of variation. Honestly, it felt like, because usually when you have the CT side, depending on how they want to play, there's going to be rounds where you try to find some information. You want to try to make the round a little bit easier. If they do go for an A execution, you want to have more pressure on Banana so that you can get faster rotations or figure it out quicker. Like, some proactive plays to gather information so you can understand where to be with your team. We saw that, that never really had to do that. I mean, the execution into the sites, or rather into the A side at least, was never quite there from OneShot. So let's have a look to see how they are on the CT side here in this pistol round.
The pistol round we saw from OneShot on their T side was very aggressive, and we're seeing it again here. dima catching Blade off guard with that quick kill. His pistol round seems to be rather aggressive, but dAt, he smoked off, but that won't stop him tagging up Certus. Down to 22 HP, and with the CZ on him as well, I'm surprised he doesn't drop it to a teammate, because now, well, Certus and dima both very low on that B site, which is forcing Davkos to come in and try and aid them here. I
really like that. There's like the little hop over the smoke and spots his there and actually gets the dink. Unbelievable stuff from dAt there. But here goes that through to CT Arch, and also a good smoke. They're covering their approach towards CT spawn and B actually, as they can make the split happen. Shot there from LMA, and also on Prizrak, it looks like the bomb is coming, and dima knows it. But actually, they're going to try to double back here. Very curious, very chaotic. It's a 3-on-3 again, and a lot of lower players here for OneShot, and 2 of which are actually on the B site, stuck there. So this is a really good call by that team, who are making their way onto this site. But look, Sind from the pit. They didn't count on the guy in the pit. And Sind, more damage coming out from him. Massive stuff to try to get this round. Oh, what a shot onto dAt. And he gets the last one as well. Big plays coming out from Sind to win this round for OneShot. Very crucial stuff. Yeah, it was that team. I don't think they really had an idea of what they were doing. They got round to CT spawn, and then we're like, what do we do now? Do we push for the B? Do we go back? And it cost them a little bit. They lost a few members because they were hesitant, simple as. And then OneShot, once they got the once they double backed onto the A, all they needed was Sind there picking up those kills. And I think the bomb could have gone down a little bit sooner. It did go down in the end, so that team have a bit of money to use, but I think they could have got it down sooner and used time a little bit more to their favour. OneShot trying to get some position on Banana to perhaps get some kills going if they are actually going to push down, and they actually try to push against the pistols of that team. Very aggressive play, uncharacteristic of a round like this, typically speaking, but OneShot, they do have 3 players left, a couple with rifles. Davkos doesn't have a rifle though, so it's really strange to see this round from OneShot now, as that team have a significant advantage. Yep, and they are the team ecoing, so you don't really expect this. Davkos, though, he needs to find a gun from a fallen teammate. He can't do that without leaving his position. And now it's going to be Flamey to get dropped, so 3 versus 2 now after Sind picks up a frag. Sind going to get a second here. dima will get dropped, so Davkos and Sind left alive versus Blade. The bomb is down. Blade knows exactly where Sind is. Going to get that pick. Davkos still only with... Nope, now he picks up the FAMAS. He was only with a P250.
Now Blader forces dAvCost away from the bomb into the pit. dAvCost doesn't have a defuse kit. Fakes the defuse, tries to get the pick, does get the pick. But 10 seconds, it's not going to be enough because the bomb should be about to blow. There we go. And that was really great play from that team on the eco round. They got the bomb down, it exploded, they got the round win. You don't expect that.
The weird thing is that OneShot, they pushed Banana with a lack of... I mean, they had some grenades, but it wasn't really enough grenades to be that aggressive on Banana. Because if that team did push like that aggressively to take Banana, you will die. Like, it's very hard to actually make that work with pistols only. They didn't have any rifles, nothing. So it's a quick two-man just sack, I guess, on that area of the map. And very, very hard position to recover from. And we can see now dAt fully geared up at the moment. What are they, picking up the oomph as you do.
Yep, just to make sure that he's got some money to buy an AWP. It's not exactly an expensive gun. It has a little bit of firepower. He's already got 2 kills with it. He might get a third here. There we go, just hanging around CT spawn, catching Sind on the rotation. And 3 kills with the UMP. It's not every day you see that, but then again, it's not every day you see World Edit AWP as well. So
definitely been doing a fantastic job in this game. And this should go 11-7 here, as definitely we're seeing that team kind of start to stretch their limbs, spread their rings, and they have more freedom. We're seeing a lot more comfort from their side, and OneShot aren't really packing the punch at the moment that they did at the start of this game, and that team are really starting to get ahead on the round score. So let's have a look and see right now what OneShot have to offer, because if they don't control the situation, we are going to start to see things get out of hand rapidly.
They're forcing the buy as well, so they have limited grenades, but dAvCost, he does have an AWP, so at least they have that. But smokes, flashes, Molotovs, they're a little bit behind that team, I feel, here. And on the CT, those smokes, those Molotovs, they can be so important. Flashbangs too, because especially on somewhere like Banana or like mid, you gain so much control. dAvCost doing a bit of world edit there. The quick peek down through apartments, catching Flamey off guard. And world edit still with that UMP. He could be trailing a little bit behind here.
And in they go, and out they go just as quickly. One edit taken down by Certis, holding down the B site, and still things remain very, very calm here for Certis and co. As that scramble, they try to understand where do we actually go and attack right now. dAvCost on the angle here. This is not going to be too fun for that, and they're actually going to lose Blade straight away, and now it's even harder to decide what should we do. But as long as Bondik and Prizrak communicate, they might be able to scrap together something. And defensive line here from OneShot is far back now. Bondik going to go with the flash and try to get himself an entry. Not going to happen just yet. Tagged down. And there it is. Both kills coming in from OneShot as they clean up the round, and dAt are sent packing.
That team, though, they have one more buy in them, and this time, this is where we get to see what World Edit can do on this T side with the AWP. The rest of his team do only have AKs, but that's all they really need. And see where World Edit goes with this, whether he goes for a quick peek on Banana or tries to get the quick peek on mid. He throws the flash out mid, running down Banana. Looks like he wants to try and get the man, see if there's someone by car, but OneShot, they're not taking any bait here, they're just playing safe, doing exactly the same as that team when the roles were reversed. Though World Edit tagged down to 40, I believe that was probably from a grenade. And he's trying to get this pick on CT, but the smoke will deny him that opportunity.
Certainly so, and that team might be just trying to work their way into apartments very, very slowly here. And they only have one guy over there. As we can see, Flamey trying to make his way up now, and Cinder's obviously by quad. So, a lack of presence here from OneShot into apartments. And we see now that team readying themselves for this execution up onto the B bomb site. And this is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. You can see Nade's about to come in very, very quickly now. Team in a very close position. This is going to be interesting now to see how many frags he can get. So blind. Hands over his eyes, but not blind enough. He comes down just with one kill, though, and that might not be enough as they charge into that bomb site. World Edit picks off Dima, and here we go. Certis in the site. They plant in the smoke. They still have to get that guy down, though, at the back of the site. World Edit will find the pixel of LMA. Doesn't quite get the shot on the guy in the banana, and Prizrak is the last man standing. And there you go. It's going to be a nice and tidy retake from OneShot.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that team's economy. I think they may have to eco the next round, or at least try and get a small buy out of it. But OneShot, they're starting to build some momentum on this CT side now, and it's starting to pay off. Yep, that team really mixed here. Flamey might just have to settle for a Galil. Blade can just squeeze out an AK buy, but still, it's pretty tight for the T side.
Certainly is. Davkos going to be on that orb still. You can see where he actually is right there. Not going to go for any aggression exactly. And that team, I'd expect them to just take the same approach here. Just get some banana control, get some apartments control, and then make the call from there. And you can see that OneShot are so defensive. They're never going for any kind of aggression on banana, almost ever. I don't think I've seen it yet. Where at least smoke halfway, or even just just try to get to car and play behind that halfway smoke that NIP are so characteristic of doing. NIP do it almost every round. It feels like the midway smoke. You don't have to go all the way to the log smoke, but still, very very passive gameplay from OneShot. And so far they are keeping the game pretty close here to dAt, but dAt are definitely going to be in the driver's seat right now. Great little pick there from dAt. Not the first time he's found one like that. He tries to go in off the momentum of that pick. dima will take him out though, and
Still only one member of OneShot on this B bomb site though, and I think that team may have realized this as the bomb is going to go down banana, joining their teammate there. After dAt, it did get the initial pick. OneShot haven't decided to rotate, but they kind of have a guy arch side who can quick rotate. And here we go, they're coming into this B bomb site. dima spots them out, gets one. Is he going to be able to get a second here? No, he won't. Bondik will pick up that kill with Flamey getting the assist. The plant will go down in smoke on barbecue. And now the retake is on 3 versus 3. Davkost with the AWP in hand. Sind smoked off a bit, but that will disappear now. Trying to get some picks in. Bondik probably in the best position out of this whole team here. Just in dark. He will pop flash his teammate out here, I feel. There it goes. Means that Flamey can peek, and he can peek himself. Picks one, picks two. It'll be Prizak who will come round from banana. And that team, they get a round on the board in a while. So 12-9 now. And OneShot's economy is a little bit mixed. 2 members on 2K, the rest on 6+.
yeah, it's quite an interesting ton of events there. We've got that actually going in for the execution, picking it up pretty easily. OneShot had a pretty strong possible defense, but after that first pick, they decided not to reinforce it. Instead, because usually you can have one guy to float to that position to go on arch, and you kind of spread out. So you get like one guy who's in compartment stays pit, and then you get one guy who's either on the site or is on library side, and then you kind of had the possibility for a very fast reaction. But we saw that they're very vulnerable there, and now dAt is going to find himself the same pick that he got the previous round there, just moving in with the AWP, taking the shot, getting the frag, and now OneShot are in a lot of pressure, or rather have a lot of troubling situation with a lot of pressure on their shoulders, and that team have a lot of time to kind of let them sit in this pressured situation, and that's definitely beneficial to that team.
Yep, definitely so. The flashes and smokes are going to go towards this A side with dAt just waiting at the bottom of banana, seeing if someone rotates round while the rest of his team attack this A site. There's only 35 seconds left now. Arch side is smoked off dAt, waiting for it to go, and then sees if he can get a peek. There are only 2 members on this A site, one in apartments, I think it might be pit. Yep, Sind in pit. He will pick up one there on Prizrak, the other member on the site. The rotation slowly coming in. Ema picks up one there onto Bondik, so 3 versus 4. This is all falling apart now for that team as dAt gets dropped. It's Flamey and Blade left. The bomb is in OneShot's control here. The flash goes in, great flash as Blade gets blinded. And now 2 versus 1. CTs do get the round as time runs out. Flamey does retrieve the AWP, however, so he'll drop that to his buddy most likely. And this game, it's slowly getting closer to 30 rounds.
Yeah, definitely very awkward situation right at the end there for that team. After picking up that initial kill on B, they just weren't able to take the frags over towards the A site, and this has been a problem also for OneShot when they were playing. It's almost like it's the same two teams playing each other right now and just switching halves, and just completely mirrored right now as to the problems each team was experiencing on the T side. And right now, OneShot with their very defensive play on Banana, it's also interesting how their small aggressions each time they get punished. So that's quite depressing for them, as they are now going to be feeling very, very shy about trying to make any aggressions. But that's not a nice spot to be in either way. They're going to keep playing it passively, and we can see that mid is the order of the day here for that team as they make their way up slowly. Got dAt leading the front with that AWP scoped in on all those angles, and it's going to be that team moving in slowly but surely with the rest of the Glocks. And look at that little boost there. Just, oh, what a shot from dAt. That flick was unreal, and that is going to be them doubling back now to the B bomb site very, very rapidly. And all of a sudden, in OneShot, I'm going to be wondering, what is actually going on right now? They haven't heard much. They haven't seen the execution come in onto the A site. Prizrak's still waiting there to catch someone with his Glock. There's a lot going on right now as we're about to see this push into this bomb site. Can dAt with the AWP be the deciding factor here for that team making this round win for them? We'll have to see as they go into the site. There's Dima. They're going to get 2 with the spray down. Certus also with 1. And it's looking pretty clean now. But that AWP shot was pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Along with most of his AWP shots this game. You kind of expect that now, but dAt now picking up the AWP for OneShot. And 11-12, only 1 round in this game. Most likely going to be tied up here after that team are forced onto an eco. CZ's in hand, so they could just rush towards the site and play the angles and play the close quarters. But against a OneShot dAt, you don't want that to be mid. They have left the bomb behind, so they are just trying to go for economical damage here. They know they don't really have a chance of getting the bomb down, as the B site is denied straight away there by Dima. So the 3 members left are towards A. And they are the 3 members left that bought the CZs. That's someone boosted on to quad as well. This could catch these members of that team out. And there we go. There's one. And Prizrak comes out, catches Sind off guard. And now Prizrak and Bondik just trying to do economical damage. But dAt and Ima pick up the last 2. So all square at 12-12. It's drawed now. Will it be a draw in 6 rounds time?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And now we have the buy from that team. So all is possible. dAt, will he, the question is, will he just walk up Banana and just take a pick again? Will OneShot remain passive? On Banana, it looks like they won't. In fact, they're actually getting a bit aggressive. Say that word and stuttering.
Getting late.
Stuttering on my words. Either way, Sin does get pushed down very, very fast and quick into that position, very deep with his teammates. He's going to leave one Certus in logs, re-smoke for him, and then they're going to back away. And this is an aggression they haven't done before in all of these rounds on the CT side. This is the first time they've really gotten aggressive. So how will that team react to this? It's like so far they're just playing it pretty slow and just waiting for the smokes to dissipate, as they are just holding angles and taking apartments and pretty much doing the same as before. And Flamey going to go down straight away to dAt's AWP as he rolls off of that frag, perhaps trying to get to quad for another, but gets grenaded out of that position. And OneShot are feeling an A pressure right now.
Yeah, it's going to be Ima who will pick up 1. Can't get the second there onto Blade. So OneShot, they still have the man advantage, but they're trying to rotate, and Bondik is stopping that one as he does pick up that frag. Dima's going to go looking for him, gets the frag. 3 versus 2. dAt and Blade left. Probably the 2 best players tonight for that team. 2 versus 3. Blade trying to get 1. He will get 1, but dAt will drop. So 1 versus 2. The bomb will most likely go down here. Pretty sure the OneShot member there did hear it. Reloads his gun just so he's fully prepared for this push. Might be a little bit awkward that OneShot are both coming from Arch side, and Blade punished them for it. I feel like OneShot had the time to split up. One of them to go through quad side, the other to stay Arch and go for a pincer attack. But when you line up like that for Blade, he will get both of you. And, of course, he got the round 2. 13-12 as OneShot. This is the last buy they have in them, I feel, and then they may have to eco and give away the match point if they lose this one.
Yeah, they are certainly broke. Very, very broke now. And that team going to try to take over Banana. OneShot weren't really able to turn that banana control they had previously into anything positive. And right now, dAt are just going to march up. dAt leading the way, as he always does. Oh, not making the pick this time, and they're not going to re-peek him. Instead, they'll just smoke it down. So OneShot not losing an early player to dAt on Banana, as has happened so many rounds previous to this, as we see now dAt have to rely upon pushing apartments, pushing mid, getting position, as they don't seem to enjoy leaving a guy up Banana, as we see so many teams do enjoy doing. And we have Sin boosted once again. Very strong position. They've seen it once before though. Will they be ready for it? In come the flashes, trying to look over the smoke, and it looks like not much going the way of Sin just yet. Still in that position, but he can't see much through the smoke there. He finally does take the bomber down, dropping to help his teammates over by the balcony. And there's one coming from apartments. Can Sin get it? He barely does just get it through the floor with the M4, and now OneShot are looking in a fantastic position for this hold, and that team are having cold feet.
Yep, it looks like Blade, he's trying to maybe go for a rotation here through CT spawn. If he does, he will join his team. And then Ema and Sind will be stuck on this A site. The bomb has made its way towards B. Certus is waiting at the back of the site. Will pick up Prizrak, trying to get the second there onto dAt. Tags him down to 3 HP. dAt misses the shot, then gets taken down. It's all down to Blade. 1 versus 4 in total, 1 versus 2 on this site. Time ran out, however. That's what you get when you leave it so late. So all square yet again here at 13-13, and that team are the one that forced onto an eco now.
Can't quite seem to separate these two teams in this match, and every time it looks like dAt are pulling away, OneShot just have an answer. They bring it all the way back again, and indeed now we do see this eco. It's not going to be fun times, that is for sure, for that team. They're going to be going to 13-14, and they're not going to have any other chances after that. They're going to have to, in the next round, they're going to have to just bring the heat, bring the big plays, and the buy isn't even going to be super great for them. They don't have a lot of money. They've got like 1,500 right now.
Yep, and there we go. 2 frags straight away for OneShot as the smoke comes in on Banana to stop anyone pushing, but the 3 remaining members of that team are towards this A site. Flashes are coming across. Davcost gets his second of the round, this time with the P250. However, Sind going to come around, spots out 1. I'm not sure if he knows 2 are there.
Nice.
Gets a double headshot, and OneShot get the round. So 14-13, the round. Well, the buy, as you said, it's not going to be a very big one. Just Galils and 1 AK for that team. And if they lose this one, then the match point is most certainly going to go in favour of OneShot, and they'll pick up the game.
Yeah, it's all on this. It is really all on this right now. OneShot, after a very hard fought game, a very arduous and laboured game, have a chance to do this. We're going to see a bit of banana aggression again from them. Also, quite uncharacteristic. They only pull this out very rarely, so I think the second time we've seen it from them. First time they tried it, they actually ended up losing that round, and we can see that that team are taking it very slowly. They're waiting for OneShot to do things and then taking that information and factoring that into how they want to play, and they're using this passive play style so far to their advantage. Let's see how many more grenades will be wasted by OneShot.
Davcost spots 1 guy. In fact, he knows there's 2 towards the apartment side. 1 was by stairs, the other in darkroom. Knows that there's members of that team there. Whether they react to this or not, we might see that team double back again to Banana. They've done it quite a bit, both successfully and unsuccessfully. It's been a little bit not the best exactly, I guess you could say, for that team, but it looks like they may actually be committing to this A site now with 30 seconds left. Time hasn't always been on their side.
Certainly, and they know what's up now. OneShot have started their rotation. 4 players should soon be able to defend this together. In goes Prizrak on CT Arch. Can he make the kill? He gets denied by Dima. And now this is not looking so good for that team as they make their way into the A bomb site. They try to get the bomb down. Bomber gets taken out before that bomb gets planted. And now dAt on 5 health. Blade on 73. This is going to be incredibly hard. Once again, Blade has to clutch, and he cannot. OneShot will take the round, 15-13, and that team now in an impossible situation with an impossibly low amount of money to try to just bring this back to the draw, and that's the best now that they can do.
Yep. This is a very, very mixed buy. The Scout, the CZ, the P90, and then 2 Galils. I feel like that team should probably try and get up close and personal, maybe push down Banana, or try and just lemming jump out of apartments, maybe to try and get a few early picks. But Wild at it straight away, down to 16 HP from something. I'm not too sure what that was from. Maybe a leg shot from the AWP of Davcost. This Scout, so quickly to move around with. You can jump around a lot with it. Goes down even further to 6 HP. Flamey gets dropped, and this is looking like it's going to be 16-13 now as Sin gets a double. However, Blade returns it with a double. Both him and Wild Edit are still very low. Blade gets dropped along with Wild Edit there. 16-13 is the final score of tonight's last game in favor of OneShot.
All right, so it wasn't quite 15-15, but it was pretty